Hello, today is July 2nd, 2022. Today's session is titled, Will July Seasonality Be Enough to Give the Stock Market a Boost? And this is your weekend report. Hi, this is Jonathan Gurney, Portfolio Manager with Gurney Financial. Friendly reminder that this post is for informational use only. The views expressed are those of the author, Jonathan Gurney. The material is not intended to be relied upon as a forecast, research, or investment advice, and is not a recommendation, offer, solicitation to buy or sell any securities or to adopt any investment strategy. In short, we're just keeping clients aware of what's happening, the performance of the week, and the moves we made throughout the week. Okay, so here's the performance for the week. The S&P 500 was down 2.21 right here. So it really was not a pretty week, but overall we did pretty decent. We managed the risk pretty well. As you can see, the first 2 days of the week were not pretty. We just wanted to see a few levels we wanted to be patient and short to see if this breakout of 3,800 was real, and we'll show that to you. Wednesday, we started to see some balancing out, and I wanted to position a little bit. But you can see, like, I was positioned long in the market on days that were tough. And so we were picking pretty decent times to get in at key levels and proved to be a decent week. Beat the market by 3.4% on a down week. As we're beating the S&P 500 since September 3rd by 10.25%. Objectively, clients that the last week, which was the 21st through 24th, because that week we had Juneteenth, and that was a tough week for us. We had connectivity issues, so couldn't get out a video, but that was a tough week because we were positioned short. And it seems like these short weeks with holidays have been really, really difficult to trade. Retail tends to try to go the opposite direction of the trend and really trap people, and we were short at that time. So last week, not the 27th through the 1st, but the previous week before, was a tough week, and so we needed to rebound. We did, and had a decent week this week. So it was really frustrating the previous week, where the opposite of the trend occurred, mainly because the market was closed. So futures were open, retail was trading, and a reversal occurred, and I was stuck and I couldn't do anything. It was very frustrating, but we rebounded this week, and that's exactly what we needed to do. So let's see the performance for the week. There is the week. Really, it was much worse, but it was a good start to the month of July, which seasonality is strong. So here is intraday. You can see that the strength is mainly coming in more conservative names. These are the top big 10 stocks in the S&P 500, the leading 10 stocks in the S&P 500 based on weight. The Scooter rating basically shows how strong or where the strength is going. You can see more conservative names. You can really see it in the sectors. The Scooter rating are mainly in the conservative areas, places that do well during wars, such as energy, utilities, staples, healthcare. So those are really the sectors that are doing pretty decent. Meanwhile, the winners, the growth areas of communications, consumer discretionary, technology are really taking a hit. And you can see that in the Scooter rating right here. Okay, so short term, the trend, let's switch screens so we can actually show you the topics, things we're looking at here. Short term, we are above the 5-day moving average, which means short term the trend is up. This is the resistance that we continue to butt up against. And you can see we tried to get to that the end of Friday, which is good. The midterm chart. To talk you through what my game plan has been over the last several weeks is I wanted to see a breakout and go long above 3,800. Now, unfortunately, that happened strongly on right here, June 21st. Happened overnight. It was a nice 2% move and I was short. So it went against the trend. It was very frustrating. We rallied hard and that was not a fun week for us. But we got out of that trade and we're patient. I wanted to see a 3,800 retest to say, let's see if this is actually real or whether this is just retail trying to get people off sides. We retested. I literally got in at 37.42 and the low was 37.38. So it was really good trading and had a decent week. So there's the short of it. Really what I want to see is number one, 3,800 needs to hold and we want to get above the 38.50 and that shows that in the 3-minute drill right up there. Okay, so those are the key levels right there. We went over short term, midterm, Fibonacci levels. We are continually riding this short kind of channel resistance and support level, which is good. Could we test the 200-day moving average? Very possible, but we are above the 5-day moving average. This orange line is trending up, which is good. We don't need to look at that. The VIX, which is fear. This might be a better chart to look at for that. Did trickle down overall this week. That we did get a scare Friday. We tested overnight 37.49-ish, which is exactly where it needed to hold, and it did. In general, the picture is not pretty. Okay, we have to be real about that. Performance has been okay. You can see we are getting the upswing during a downswing, which is very difficult to do. What I'm hoping is that July seasonality does kick off. I mean, this is what we would love to see, but it's not going to be easy. We have a holiday on Monday, and retail could do some crazy things in the midst of that. So we have to be real about that. It could be very difficult. But in short, the game plan is basically to watch key levels as always, not have a bias and say, listen, we're at a key level right now. Would love to get above 38.50. If so, I think we could definitely trend higher here. But seasonality is good here, so I want to respect that. That's been one really good indicator. It's not something you just rely upon and trade, large amounts on. But I've been positioning slowly throughout the week. Tuesday we got in at 38, around 38.20, and we got in at literally the low 38.42, and we also got another trade in there in between right around 37.86. So I've been placing trades because I think we're going to potentially have a short-term bottom here. But if we lose 37.50, we have problems. I'm just going to be real about that, and I will be out at that point. So overall, we are positioned long. I want to be long into July, give the seasonality chart an option to a chance to really work itself out here, and we'll see what happens. But overall, that's the gist. I just wanted to kind of show that to you quickly. Sectors, as you can see, it's not exactly what you want to see. You don't want to see the conservative areas do well. Now, that's where strength is, and that's where you can make money, and that's great. But for the overall market, you really want to see the growth areas taking off. So, market is still on edge. The game plan is right now, try to take advantage of July seasonality. And it's amazing to me. This, just so you're aware, this happens quite often where we get a big dip into the end of the month to scare the crap out of everyone, and then we rally early the next month. Everybody looks at their statements, where it tanked right before the end of the month, freak out, force changes, which is the worst thing you could possibly do, and then oftentimes we boost higher. And a lot of times it's called a trap right before the seasonality to get y'all scared to say, oh, this July rally can't happen. And so far, so good in July. Not saying it's going to follow seasonality, but so far it's looking that way. So let's see if we can hold the 5-day moving average, which is right here. 5-day moving average is curling up, which is good. What's interesting is percent allocated National Association of Active Investment Managers is still incredibly low. So once people start investing money, I think this thing could really get going, but we're going to need to see some continual strength. The general will not believe that we can rally here. We can rally here. We got to see what price does, whether institutions will add some money here. That's really what I want to see, is some real institutional money. All the charts, most charts are not exactly the prettiest. New highs, new lows, not good at all. We have to be realistic about that. It's not that I'm negative on the market. It's just price action for the first time in a while is trying to balance right at 3,800. Hopefully bulls will take it. If not, I need to protect. So no bias. We're kind of right at a tricky area here, as you can see right here. I would love to see a 50-day moving average test. It's been a long time since we've tested the 50-day moving average, this blue line. We're probably due here pretty soon. So we'll see if we can get that and take advantage of that. Right now I'm positioned 100% invested. I believe I should be. Got good entries, 3 different trades in the last 3 days of the week. Worked out quite well. To be able to do this, and again, I'm positioning long, right? I'm not short on these days. To be positive on these days is very, very difficult. Okay, so really it was a good trading week. It doesn't happen every week, but the key levels did definitely help this week, and we took advantage. So have a good week. We'll be completely fine. No bias, as always. We can make money in the up and down. If you have questions, let me know. But overall, the strategy is working. One thing I do want to say is this. I'm getting a lot of requests from clients that are saying, hey, buy X stock. Understand that if it is not in trend, and just because it's down does not mean it's a buying opportunity. Okay? That's very important to understand. The best stocks in the world are going down right now. And sure, everybody knows to buy the dip, but understand that the market usually tests key levels at down 10%, down 20%, and down 30%. Could we see the down 30%? It's very possible, and that's what I got to make sure that we can hold these key levels, because if not, the trend, overall midterm trend, is still down. So we have to respect that. So just want to talk you through it. Nothing wrong with the questions that you asked me or sent text about. Just want to kind of talk you through that. So have a great weekend. Thanks, guys.